Aha! Finally, it is here after 9 months of planning. I have tried to hold this under my hat for RC adventures and all of the RC addicts out there, and I want to do a very special presentation for today. The presentation I would like to do is in acknowledgement of somebody that's followed me for years and years and years on RC adventures. And to me, his name is KRANKiLLEN. Now on YouTube, KRANKiLLEN actually is a video producer. I'm going to put a link in the video description box down below. Now you guys go and check out KRANKiLLEN. He's got hydraulic cars, he's got hydraulic scale trucks, he's got all these different cool things that you guys are going to love. And I just never get to talk about him. But there was one thing after all these years that I wanted to do for him, because he was the very first person to get an RCSparks Studio tattoo. You heard me right. I couldn't believe it when I saw it either. A tattoo on his back shoulder. He has been supporting me and his family, his lovely wife Rebecca. His name is Torbjörn, all the way across the pond. Now, their family, they've been rocking RCSparks stickers for a long time. In fact, he is a crane operator. And on my website, on RCSparks Studio, RCSparks.com, you check the studio history page, you'll see him standing at the end of his crane wearing an RCSparks sweatshirt overlooking the area that he was in. So from that day forward, I said to my two very special friends, come in here, gentlemen. Oh, do we have special guests in the studio today? You're darn right we do. David Jr., welcome back.
Thank you.
David Sr., welcome back.
Always a pleasure.
You guys know that this is part of my secret RCSparks Mechanic team. 9 months?
Yes, long 9 months.
Yeah. About 9 months. Yeah. So at the time of this filming, it's May, mid-May, around that area, 2014. We started chatting about this idea, we're gonna say somewhere around September 2013. Now, we have had a long Canadian winter. These boys live outside in a town, city? City or town?
We'll call it city.
It's city town of Drumheller, right? This is like in the middle of the Alberta Badlands. You guys who've seen the TTC in 2012, I believe, that's where we held the TTC. These guys were the hosts of the Rude Boys down there. We came down, had a great time. These are the same gentlemen that helped me build the Judge, which is a weight pulling sled. These are the same gentlemen that helped me build the Black Widow, which is an off-the-hook tough truck competition truck. Yes?
Oh yeah.
We have done a lot of cool things together.
We outdid ourselves.
I think that today we have something that will literally stop YouTube. That's right, big words, I know, but this is going to get shared. Yes. This is going to get seen because with the culmination of our powers combined, we have been able to come up with something amazing. Would you do me a favor and go and get the bass?
Yep.
Sir, you go and get the boom.
You bet.
We're about to lower the boom for something called the KRANKiLLEN. Oh. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Ta-da!
I think I need to readjust the camera for everybody to see what this actually is.
Should we hook everything up?
Oh yeah, of course we should hook things up. Everyone wants to see.
Oh,
Hi,
watch
David.
it. Hello.
Hello. What are you doing?
I am just plugging wires in.
Look at this. So where did you buy this?
Where?
You bought this?
Out of my head.
You bought this? We didn't buy this, did we?
No, we made it.
Yes. Look at this. There's the construction guy I gave. Now my friend Torbjörn does not have... Look at this. Flashing. Come on. Ah, no, it's because of the throttle. I hear it.
Oh.
Beep, beep. Yeah, center it. Should be fine. Bop, 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 bop.
I haven't built that LED.
Thanks. Throttle high. Problem solved.
Oh,
with that.
throttle high.
That's okay. Live controller, so it goes right back to the middle.
Okay.
All the ESCs have now calibrated.
Sweet.
Yep.
David,
Yep.
You might as well be the one that shows us how this works. Yes?
Yeah.
Please do.
that was awesome. People don't have any idea how big this is. Look at that.
That is pure lead goodness.
Heavy too. There, now I actually have it in the right spot where I can actually move it
Okay.
for the camera without unplugging it.
Nice, I love it. No, it's great.
Got that off my chest.
Yes.
No. I feel much better and relaxed.
Yes. Less pressure. Okay, so because I'm used to talking on camera and we've been talking about this project for a long time, I'm going to start at one end and work our way right to the other. Because I know these people want to know, number one, it's all yellow.
Yep.
Plastic?
Powder coat.
It's metal.
Oh, metal, yes.
It's all metal.
It's metal.
all
yes.
metal.
It's all been powder coated.
Yep.
We
There's
had it outsourced.
Yep.
But there's more important things to this. This is
Yep.
more than just a project about KRANKiLLEN, even though we wanted to, honor KRANKiLLEN because this is important for you as well.
Yes.
Let's
Go ahead.
Start off as David's never welded or brazed before.
That's right.
Exactly. This was just one bald rod, or
It was.
just normal rod, and
Over 100 feet of it.
100 feet of it that's been put into this. That he's brazed this together. He taught himself how to braze.
Yeah.
So
Which, for you that don't know, it's like soldering or welding.
But right in the middle, kind of.
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay, so what I would definitely like to say is I remember sitting at you guys' house having dinner with you. We're having lasagna, just chit-chatting, and I thought, we've got this great idea. We should build a crane, it should be huge and be able to lift up to like, what, 40 pounds? 40 pounds is a lot.
it is.
We've tested it at 40. I think we go a little higher if we wanted to.
Okay, so there was multiple challenges. So number one, we had to build it out of metal,
Yeah.
right? Is it aluminum or steel?
It's steel. Aluminum, Aluminum's a pain in the butt to work with, for
Right.
one, and it's a pain in the butt to weld, for two.
Exactly. It explodes, it gets too hot, it doesn't do very well. So steel, we wanted strength through the
Yeah.
whole thing, right?
Yeah.
So we had to buy all of this you did. You cut it to length?
We bought in 20-foot lengths.
Right.
So we bought over 100 feet of it.
Yeah.
We cleaned the rod because it comes with oil on it.
Okay.
We cut it all to length.
Right.
And then I brazed it all together. And for most of it, we used a jig. But
Everyone-
all of this stuff here is jigless. We made, I can't count.
It's okay, man.
Seven
Okay.
lattices. 7 lattices.
Set it. Yep.
That would be these.
Yes.
And then I brazed them all together. And that formed the tower and
Yep.
the boom.
Okay, so I remember over several months of us talking on the phone, late night calls, early morning calls from the shop.
Yep.
Aaron, I've never brazed before.
Yeah.
I'm having to cut it up. And the reason why it took 9 months is because working on a project like this, hour after hour, day after day after day, is you can't.
No.
No.
You can't.
No.
You have to spread life out a little bit.
Yeah.
That's the enjoyment of the hobby, right?
Yeah.
So now I feel a little bit like Mr. Miyagi from the Karate Kid, right?
Yeah.
Because we had never brazed before, we had
No.
never built a crane before.
No.
The base, I discussed what I needed. We kept having a chat, all of us
Yep.
together. And you started, man. Wax on, learning how to braze,
Yeah.
or cut, even
Oh.
measure, cut, measure, cut,
Yeah.
measure, and then the jig. Was that your idea?
Yeah, it was my idea. Yeah.
Okay, so
Well,
a
a
jig
jig is-
what's Dad in a small term for people that don't know, what is a jig?
A jig. It's more or less, you design it. It takes you a little longer the first time to get it set up, but then once you have it set up and have all your pieces measured, it's easier for the next one. And
set it in the-
because
So a jig you just put a
Plop.
piece into?
yeah, put
It lines everything up.
lines everything up so everything's marked. And plus with the
Cut.
soldering, we didn't want it to bend because everything has to be perfectly straight. Well, once you start to heat up metal, because in soldering, go ahead and you say it because you're the expert now.
Now you are.
Now you are.
You did a lot.
Well, when you heat it up, you get it to red hot.
Okay.
And metal can bend however you want it. So if you don't have it for, say, in a jig or laid flat, it's going to bend. And then I would have had crooked arms.
Okay. And from what I see on this, from so far, out of everything you and I have discussed today, everything is pretty much as straight as it needed to be.
Yep.
Right? For this, and even, I know, I'm sorry, I'm distracting myself. I keep talking about all this stuff. From this side, with everything being brazed together through hours and hours and hours and hours and hours.
Yep.
And learning and mistakes and burns. You got to burn too, right? I got a burn from a tire tread and you got a big burn from brazing.
Yeah.
Nice. How did you do that?
Stupidity.
Yeah, me too. Stupidity. Of course, I'm not leaving you hanging on that one.
Yeah. Or may have reached across the torch.
Can you swing this out towards the camera?
Yep.
Because they're all wondering how and how this even works. Like, I know, and they're gonna see at the end of this film some extra footage or in another film where we actually put this together. And I gotta say that there was some struggles today, because there's always a struggle in a prototype.
Yes.
Even though this is a prototype, just like you said, this isn't version number 1. This might be, you know...
Well, we've got version 4, version 12, version...
These are different pieces that you've touched, okay?
Yeah.
Tell me, number 1, even though they can't see it, it's sitting on a steel plate. Aluminum.
Yeah.
So it's nice and light for me to carry.
Yeah, but it's got the width.
So one of the things we were concerned about is that possibly carrying this thing would be so bloody heavy I wouldn't be able to take it anywhere.
Yeah.
What about counterweights? Because if we're pulling something over here, is there a counterweight system?
Yeah. Let's swing it around here.
Yeah, swing it around.
On the remote. Was I hit Aaron in the belly?
That's okay. That's fine. Okay, so here, let me check the camera. Camera's looking good. Let me repull the camera.
Okay, so all 3, go ahead.
We'll start with the one we already talked about. This is the T8.
Yeah.
It's running a spool. I've got a Junfact drive shaft coming off of it to a spool I built, and that's the up and down spool.
Okay.
And then down below here.
Below.
Way down here.
Hello.
This is version 3. This is an 18-volt DeWalt XRP motor and 2-speed transmission. The transmission's locked in first gear.
Nice.
It's a planetary gear system, and that's